Hello guys and welcome to another car expose video. I finally done my clutch on the Renault Megane MK3. It's driving lovely, but doing the clutch I found one thing that could be the reason why in the last 8 months I kind of gradually lost power in this car, and I thought it was down to the clutch to be low. Recently in the last couple months it has gone down quite a bit in power, especially when I've got a full car on a hill, and it's almost like I didn't have any turbo, let's say, or the turbo was very weak, and I was thinking, is the turbo packing up and that sort of thing. That's what I was thinking, but I found something that could be the reason for it. So let me get this current tool ready here, and we're gonna go to injection, and I'll show you in a second what I found. I'm gonna go into live data, but turn the engine on, all signals, and to see if I can find the air mass flow sensor. Where are you? RPM as well. RPM. There you go. Measured airflow sensor. Let's see if we have any fuel trims. Seems to be quite a long list. Oh, no fuel trims. Let's see if we can have any oxygen sensor there. 0. Show selected. Well, it doesn't seem to show anything. Anyway, so it doesn't seem to have any fuel trims data here, but these figures here from the air mass flow sensor gives us 36 kilogram per hour, which you divide out by 3.6, it's going to be around 10 grams per second. Accelerator goes down. Alright, so that's the base figures that we have. After a while it seems to go a little bit higher. Let's pay attention to the RPM there. So we've got around 850 RPM, and it will, the measurement from the airflow is going to change to 35, 36. Let's see if the RPM is going to go higher as well. There we go. Now the RPM didn't change at all. I was expecting that to change, but anyway, let me show you what we have, what I found. Right, so when I did the clutch, I removed the air filter and had this pipe, the intake pipe, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. See it there? Not very visible when you're not looking for it. So there you see, and at the back of the hose is actually worse. There's a big rip at the back of the hose. But let me see if open up that pipe, if the figure is going to change, because obviously idling, it's not like sucking a lot of air. But I guess when it accelerates, when it's on loads, it will obviously need more air, and that will affect the amount of air coming to the engine. Let me just open that hole. Let's see what's going to happen here. You see that change to 32, 31 kilograms per hour. Just opening up the whole day, see? Put it back in, back to 35, 36. So you see how it affects the engine on idling there, just opening up the hose. I want to take some base figures, so I'm going to drive the car now. I'm going to screen record the hotel and see if when I'm driving I can actually feel, or I can actually tell the difference on an air fuel ratio there. Well, it should be affecting the air fuel ratio, because if that rip is after the air mass flow sensor, the intake temperature sensor is all in one, and if the engine is sucking air through that pipe, obviously you're gonna have a lot of intake air or air not being measured, affecting the air fuel mixture. So I think that's what's happening, but let's go for a drive, see the figures. I do have another pipe here, so I bought it online. It was like 140 quid from Renault, and I found this one for £17 on eBay. Really good condition. You got all these white marks, but the actual pipe itself is really good, no rips. Believe it or not, this comes from a Mercedes A-Class, which is the same, exactly the same pipe. So let's go for a drive and check out the figures. Right, so we are back, and I have to say, what I felt, very laggy. Now I can hear, now that I know, I can hear the air coming through the pipe. So I'm gonna fit the new pipe and see the results, see if there's any change. It's definitely affecting the power of the car, for sure. 100% is affecting the power. Now that the clutch is good, everything else is good with the car. It's pretty obvious to me, and I can hear the whistling noise as well. So let's change this pipe and see what figures we get. Okay, so we're ready to go again. Let's turn the engine on. See the figures. Tell you what, when it started 30 kilograms per hour. But it seems to be very similar measurements. So let's wait a little bit. It seems to go higher after a few, well, about a minute. It seems to go higher a little bit. Still the same RPM. Oh, there you go, 36, 37. About the same as before, but let's go for a drive now. I mean, like I mentioned, it was very laggy, super laggy before, and I could hear so like a whistling noise of the pipe, the air being sucked by that pipe. So let's see how it feels now. Back to the house again, and the difference and is night and day, to be honest. I hope the figures that I managed to capture will answer those questions, but the difference is amazing. No lag at all. You know, you pull away with the car, the power is there straight away. Up the hill, I did notice a couple minutes that I'm gonna check on the recording, which on the first one with a bad pipe, it was 15:55. I was going up the hill, very laggy, I couldn't get any speed whatsoever. The second time was 16:13, going up the same hill, and it was just like really pulling to the seat, which I haven't felt for a while. So there we go. This is the pipe, and so it goes like this. So this is the bit that we could see, you know, at the front, but around the back that you wouldn't be able to see it. A massive rip. So, you know, it was definitely affecting the mixture, you know, the air fuel mixture, making the car very laggy. A loss of power really. When I had a full car, 5 people, no power whatsoever, especially up the hills and stuff. Really difficult to drive, very unpleasant to drive. It is a pleasure to drive now. It has been a few days now, and the change, the power, it's like driving a totally different car. It's unbelievable. I can't believe like such a small thing can affect the car so much. Never had any engine light at all. I just thought it was obviously the car aging. I've got 252,000 miles in this car, and the clutch obviously was worn out, so I thought it was just a combination of the two. But anyway, I went through the figures. Both runs is the same route, the same driving style. So the things that I've noticed on the first run, I never managed to pull more than 168 kilograms per hour, and I'll put the figures on the screen. The second run obviously is a lot higher, the max, which is a little bit higher than the other RPMs here for the first run, but managed to pull like 345.7 kilograms per hour. Like I mentioned, I took note of the time of the first and second run on the same hill, which obviously would affect more because you need more power to go up the hill. 15:55 on the first run, 2,735 RPM. I was pulling 147.8 kilograms per hour. On the second run with a good pipe, a 16:13, 2,758 RPM, so very close RPM. I was pulling 277.6 kilograms per hour, so a huge difference there. I wish I got the EGR figures on the screen as well. I think that was quite important, but you know, when you first start the car, it goes up to like 36 kilograms per hour, and then it goes down to like 20, 21, and it stays there for about 20 seconds, and then goes up to 36 again, and it stays on 36. And I think that is probably EGR emission strategy from the car. That's what I'm thinking, because obviously idling, that pipe wasn't affecting too much of, you know, still pulling quite a bit of air, but obviously when you need more power, that's when the turbo is going to be sucking a lot of air to the intake. And also, like I mentioned before, obviously what was happening, I probably had a very lean mixture of fuel. I don't know why I couldn't get any data for the fuel trims. I think that would show, probably would have some definite figures there to prove that. But anyway, I hope this is good information here. The car, like I said, it drives lovely now. And that's it. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks very much for watching. I hope the video helps. Stay safe. Look after your old ones. I love you all. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers.